Rearing on command is hands down the coolest trick you can teach a horse in my opinion, and if this fatty could learn it, your horse can do it too.
Right, before we get started, just a quick disclaimer. It's very important to be aware that teaching a horse to rear can be very dangerous, and a lot of horses start enjoying it a bit too much when they initially learn the trick, so they will do the rear when you're not actually asking them to. So it's very important that in that case you just pull firmly on the head collar to bring them back down and to discourage the behavior. Just always make sure that your horse is safe for everyone to be around.
If you have a horse like mine, they won't have the energy to carry their forward speed up into the rear, which is the technique many trainers use to teach the trick. After trying it this way for many months and giving up several times, I thought it was time to take a different approach.
So what I actually taught him is the levade, which I think is the correct way to teach horses to rear because they are actually shifting their weight backwards and supporting themselves correctly with the hindquarters.
So this is the first step, trying to get your horse to shift his weight onto his hindquarters, which can take anywhere from a few days to literally months, depending on your horse's personality and temperament. With Dream, it was the latter, but I'm so happy that we persevered as we now have some amazing results. To start with, teach your horse to stand square with their hind legs by walking your horse forward and stopping at random times, then tapping the leg that is too far forward or back with your whip, until your horse puts it in the correct position. This will help ensure your horse puts equal amounts of weight on the hindquarters when doing the rear and has better stability. Once you've mastered this, stand your horse up with his hind legs level and gently tap his chest as if you were asking him to back up, but stop him before he actually moves one of his hind feet while allowing the front feet to step backwards.
So this is actually the trickiest part of the whole process because your horse will naturally want to step backwards as he starts to lose his balance. But as he develops over time, he will get better and better at standing on a smaller and smaller base. So if he does move his leg out, which he will in the beginning, you can just simply tap it by the whip gently, just like you were doing when you were teaching him to stand square.
The key is to do little but often. It's a lot more beneficial to practice a few minutes of this every day than for half an hour twice a week, as it's quite demanding on the horse's hocks and also gets boring pretty soon. Remember the fundamentals of training, which is to reward every step taken towards the goal, no matter how small. You can use verbal praise such as good boy, followed by a stroke and a short break, or positive reinforcement with treats, whichever your horse responds better to. With enough practice, your horse will gradually start to lift one of his front feet off the ground and eventually offer up the rear. Once he realizes what you're asking, he might skip out the part where he backtracks with his front feet and do the rear straight away, which is okay. From here, you can work on getting him to rear higher and hold the rear for longer if you want. There is really no limit to what you and your horse can achieve when you put your mind to it and give it your all.
Thank you for watching, and until next time, ride smart everyone!